So it's about finding profession through astrology, through Vedic astrology, and what are the methods to find one's profession through Vedic astrology. Uh, it's really a difficult task to, you know, look at a horoscope and tell that this is a kind of a job that you are going to do. Uh, because I mean, if you see, there are thousands of profession, but yes, you can see that you can, check your horoscope and tell that it may be possible that you may go in a particular sector, or where you can, uh, work in that particular sector or industry from one's horoscope. So basically, planets give an indication that the person can go in that direction that the planet signifies, and planets play an important role. So there are nine planets, and there are thousands of professions, uh, thousands of different kind of businesses available. We know about, and so if we go through the traditional way of looking at things, we first of all we need to check you know the whenever we try to see profession, we see the 10th house. But I would suggest first look into the first house, because the first house is about one's personality and one's uh, preferences, likes and dislikes. When it comes towards choosing or selecting a best profession for oneself, one needs to see the lagna house and the strength of the lagna house. So there are there are indeed millions of people into jobs. There are many into business, and many into independent professions. Some some make a lot from the job. They are high ranked individuals, positioned well in their professional career, and likewise when we see a business, the people who do kind of business where they earn a lot, and they expand the business in such a way that they become industrialists, and you can say business tycoons, and they start from nowhere, and they reach a level of reach a level where we see them as examples. And there are people who just meet the expenses or through their businesses, and they don't prosper a lot in the business. Likewise, people take up independent professions where some earn a lot, some mediocre, and some less. So this is something to do with how the wealth houses are connected to your house of profession. I I believe, I mean, the first thing that we need to look into is the lagna, its strength, and the lagna lord and his strength, and the planets posited in the lagna house. Second thing is about the strength of the second house, because second house is about your potential to accumulate wealth. And if that house is strong, then definitely you have the potential to make money. That means definitely you'll do some profession, independent profession, a job or business, through which you can accumulate a good amount of money. So the best thing to look into, whenever you look into a horoscope, you need to see the potential of the second house. And uh, and then the sixth house, the Artha Trikona, the second, sixth, and the 10th house are the important houses which are to be looked into when you are judging profession. At the same time, also check whether uh, the Labha house, which is your 11th house, in any way connected to these houses. So that would give prosperity. That will help you in your profession and rise in your career. And some astrologers of classic, even from the classic text, you can see that if the number of planets posited in one house, then it will give a different flavor. It will give indications that uh, planets which are posited in that house may may give you a profession which is more linked to that house. And also see what are the planets there in the 10th house. First of all, if you see one horoscope, you can find that there's no planet in the 10th house. If you don't find any planets, then the 10th lord will give a clear indication of one's profession. While if in a horoscope there are planets in 10th house, then in that case, the strongest of the planet which is placed in the 10th house may give the professions related to that planet. While also, whatever I discuss taking into account the D1, the Lagna chart, which is the first and foremost uh, chart that needs to be looked into. And after that, go for the D9 chart and see how the 10th lord of the D1 is placed in D9. Also the D10 chart, where you can see the 10th lord of the D1 which is placed in the D10 chart, and the planets which are linked to the 10th house in the D10, and also the D10 Lagna. So this is a more of comprehensive picture which can indicate profession. Well, if we see the KP method, then in that case we need to see what are the sublords which are connected to the 10th house, and that would give some indication of one's profession. Thank you.